The Museum of Mountain Flying in Missoula was busy this week with all sorts of vintage planes flying in. We heard lots of interesting stories and even met a World War II vet who was part of a bombing attack on Japan in 1942. Tara Oster spoke with Montana native David Thatcher as he signed books and met with people at this museum.
It's been 70 years since the Doolittle raid, and people are still wanting to hear the story.
That's a long story.
But a story worth telling. The 1944 film adaptation of the book 30 Seconds Over Tokyo, written by one of the pilots, Ted Lawson, tells the story of the plane Thatcher was a crewman on.
Beauties. Hey, Thatcher, have a look at the real country.
It's not as pretty as billing, sir.
Thatcher was a machine gunner on the B-25 bomber, the Ruptured Duck.
We took off about 650 miles from Japan on the aircraft carrier Hornet.
They took off 250 miles farther out than they'd planned after they came across a Japanese patrol boat.
We were afraid that they'd radioed to Japan that an enemy task force was out there, so we had to take off immediately.
By the time they flew over Japan and were headed to China, it was nighttime and they were out of fuel.
So we found a Japanese-occupied island with a beach on it, and we crash-landed on that. And Chinese underground were operating on that island, so they were able to help us escape.
Thatcher was the only one not hurt in the crash, and he was awarded the Silver Star for his actions.
To Art and Ryan.
Interesting to know that people are still interested, and more so now when there's so few of us left from that raid.
Thatcher says he's the youngest of the 5 surviving raiders at 91 years old. In Missoula, Tara Oster for Montana's news station.
David Thatcher was signing the book Destination Tokyo, written by Stan Cohn of the Museum of Mountain Flying, on the Doolittle raid.